The NYDFS Cybersecurity Regulation, officially 23 NYCRR Part 500, is one of the most influential cybersecurity rules in the United States in 2026. It applies to any company operating under or required to operate under a license, registration, charter, certificate, permit, accreditation, or similar authorization from the New York Department of Financial Services. That means banks, insurers, money transmitters, and many fintechs and third-party providers. But its requirements are now rippling out to non-financial IT teams through contracts and supply chain clauses. Today, I'm giving you the practical, IT-focused breakdown of the most important sections of Part 500 in 2026. What actually changes for your day-to-day work, the key controls you need to implement, common mistakes that trigger audits or fines, and the free checklist you can use to start mapping your environment right now. This is not a legal deep dive. It's what IT managers and compliance leads need to know to stay compliant without getting buried in paperwork. Welcome to Applied ITGRC, the channel for visual, no-fluff templates and roadmaps that help IT teams stay ahead of regulations. Let's break down NYDFS Part 500 in 2026. Quick overview and scope. Part 500 applies to covered entities, any organization licensed or regulated by NYDFS. If you're a third-party provider, cloud, SaaS, managed security, software vendor, to a covered entity, you're often required to comply via contract. Key sections that matter most for IT teams in 2026. 500.04 Chief Information Security Officer, CISO. Someone must be designated responsible for the cybersecurity program. Can be a CISO, CIO, or even a third-party consultant. Practical tip: document the role, reporting line to the board, and annual certification. 500.05 Cybersecurity Policy. You need a written cybersecurity policy approved by senior leadership. 2026 reality. Keep it short, 5 to 10 pages. Review annually, and make sure employees acknowledge it. 500.06 Audit Trail. Log and retain audit trail data for 6 years, or 3 years if you don't store PII. IT action. Enable logging on critical systems, cloud consoles, firewalls, endpoints. Use SIEM or cloud-native tools to retain logs. 500.09 Risk Assessment. Conduct annual risk assessments, or more often if material changes. Practical tip: use a simple risk register, video 8, to document threats, likelihood, impact, and mitigations. 500.12 Multi-factor authentication, MFA. MFA required for all non-console administrative access and all privileged accounts, internal or external. 2026 update. Auditors expect MFA on cloud admin consoles, AWS root, Azure Global Admin. Exceptions need written CISO approval. 500.13 Access controls. Least privilege plus role-based access. No shared admin accounts. IT action. Use just-in-time access, Azure PIM, AWS IAM roles, and review access quarterly. 500.14 Application security. Secure development lifecycle for in-house apps. Practical tip: run SAST/DAST scans in CI/CD pipeline. 500.15 Monitoring and testing. Annual penetration testing plus vulnerability scanning. 2026 expectation: test cloud infrastructure and third-party dependencies. 500.16 Incident response and reporting. Written incident response plan plus notify DFS superintendent within 72 hours of material incidents. IT action. Build 24/7 monitoring plus escalation playbook. 500.17 Third-party service providers. Conduct due diligence, include security requirements in contracts, monitor vendors. 2026 focus: AI/data use restrictions in vendor agreements. Quick Start Checklist for Non-Financial IT Teams. 1. Check if you're in scope. Provide services to NYDFS regulated entity. 2. Inventory privileged accounts arrow enforce MFA everywhere. 3. Build or update risk register, video 8 template. 4. Document access reviews plus annual risk assessment. 5. Add incident playbook plus 72-hour reporting process. 6. Review vendor contracts for security clauses. 7. Keep evidence organized, screenshots, logs, reports. Free resource. Download my NYDFS Part 500. Quick Start Checklist for IT from the Starter Kit. It includes a simple table with key sections, IT actions, evidence types, and status tracking. Want more? rightarrowyoutube.com/@applieditgrc. Daily practical GRC tips, plus new videos every Tuesday/Thursday. Follow @applieditgrc and turn on notifications. Tap bell to all posts. Which Part 500 requirement is your team tackling first? Reply below. I'll share extra implementation tips for the most common answers.